Trade talks over the weekend. NBC's senior business correspondent Christine Romans here with the details. Christine, good morning. If this is a war, it's a ceasefire, essentially.
Absolutely. Good morning. And this is a breakthrough, really, that could mean some relief for Americans. The U.S. and China announcing they will dramatically reduce tariffs for 90 days while they continue to negotiate. The U.S. agreeing to lower its 145 on Chinese goods to just 30%. China will go from 125% on American products down to 10%. The White House not providing details of the agreement yet. Chinese officials, though, say the announcement will be big news for the rest of the world. It's essentially a framework for them to begin talking for the next 90 days to try to resolve these differences.
I'm sure Wall Street's going to love 90-day reprieve, so that uncertainty is still there. And how will it impact the prices people?
It'll allow some businesses to go ahead and cancel their orders because 145% was just too expensive to bring. But remember, there are still auto tariffs, there are still steel tariffs, there are still tariffs on a lot of other countries, and another 90-day pause on all those other countries. That ends in the beginning of July. So uncertainty with China, at least for now, on pause. A lot of other moves in the tariff world still, though.
And you said we'd already started to see shipping activity, container activity slow down at the...
Absolutely. I mean, basically, these two countries, the two biggest trading partners in the world, basically ground to a halt. So now you'll start to see, I suspect, the ports will start to get some new orders and some new business again.
Well, let's hope. Christine, thank you.
Well, now some significant developments in the push to end the war in Ukraine. Russia's Vladimir Putin announcing his country is ready for the first direct talks with Ukraine in 3 years. Ukraine's President Zelensky responding overnight, saying he's prepared to meet face-to-face this week. NBC's chief international correspondent Keir Simmons is in Russia forces in Moscow. Keir, good morning.
Craig, good morning to you. President Zelensky's challenge to President Putin to meet him face-to-face really raises the stakes. Zelensky, as you say, was responding to President Putin's dramatic late-night statement calling for the first direct Russian-Ukrainian talks in 3 years in Turkey on Thursday. NBC News was one of a small number of international news organizations invited to the Kremlin to see Putin read from handwritten notes refusing to agree to a 30-day ceasefire demanded by President Trump on social urging Zelensky to agree to this meeting. Putin says a truce might be possible, but is still demanding compromises that Vice President called too much. All of it sets the scene this week for high-wire diplomacy as both Russia and Ukraine try to stay on the right side of President Trump and not be blamed if the talks fail, Craig. And this morning, Germany repeating Europe's threat that without a ceasefire, it will impose more sanctions, Craig.
All right, Kirsten is there in Russia on those developments. Keir, thank you.
Legendary football coach Bill Belichick taking a moment this